A stellar mix of riders lined up for the opening stage of the Tour of the Alps. The old Giro del Trentino going international in the last few years, taking in not just Italy, but Austria as well. An Italian start for this edition, starting in Claise and the Val di Non, going over two categorised climbs before finishing just outside of San Martino e Castrozza, previous venue for stages of the Giro d'Italia. 160 kilometres to start off, a 3-star stage. Well, it would be a 6-star lineup in the breakaway. 6 riders out there. They were reduced to 2 on the opening categorised climb, but still with a gap of just under 5 minutes on a peloton led by Bahrain victorious. 50 kilometres to go at this point. Bouchard and Zvihov of Age Desert Citroën and Bora Hansgrohe, 2 latecomers in terms of professional cycling, managed to make the difference. Behind, Ineos Grenadiers took over the pulling and went to work. The gap not moving enough, though, you felt at this stage, as Bouchard took the King of the Mountains competition points. Of course, having won that prize in both the Giro and the Vuelta, that would become no surprise. But the 2 drop riders, Bais and Echeverria, would be back. Only for a few minutes, however. Bouchard taking off again. This on the last categorised climb of the day. And Eolo Kometa started to ride as well behind, with Marton Dina, the Hungarian rider, warming up for a home Giro d'Italia start. 25 k's to go and Bouchard went all alone. The former French amateur national champion, not turning pro until the age of 26, would take more King of the Mountains points. At the very least, he would be guaranteed the mountain jersey. But he was looking for more, still 2 minutes and 21 of a gap, as Zvihov crashed on the final descent and he was caught by the 2 other chasers. The trio no longer a factor in the race, though, with over a minute of a gap to them and under 2 minutes with 12 kilometres to go for a peloton that was fragmenting and attacking each other. But the pace was high, and with Bouchard out on his own and a bit of wind about, both head and tailwind, there was something to be said yet in the story of this stage. Both Bahrain and Ineos at different points really contributed to the chase. 6.5 k's to go, the gap at a minute. But with a little rise still to come to the line, and the gap less than 30 seconds, Richie Porte tried to go across. Bilbao and Landa would both try and follow. So would Caicedo of EF Education Easy Post. 12 seconds going into the final kilometre, still it was touch and go. But finally, 200 metres from the line, a look around, a celebration, and a first ever professional victory in the career of 30-year-old Geoffrey Bouchard. Second place went to Bilbao, with it bonus seconds. Third and 4 bonus seconds for Romain Bardet of DSM. So King of the Mountains jersey, stage win and leader's jersey. Not a bad day out in the breakaway for Geoffrey Bouchard. He won by 5 seconds from Bilbao and Bardet. Albanese, Gal, Tesfazion, Porte, Sivakov, Storer and Caicedo making up the top 10. The green leader's jersey on the back of Geoffrey Bouchard. Age Desert Citroën's 4th victory of the season, but 2nd in just a handful of days after O'Connor had done the business in the Jura. This is how the general classification looks after stage 1 and going into a second stage that has plenty of big name climbing. And this is what's to come. A start in Primiero, San Martino e Castrozza, heading to Lana. Passo della Mendola is the first big climb. Passo Rolle will be taken on as well. A huge, huge day with some very, very famous bergs to get over. It's rarely flat on this race, it's always up or down. Ideal preparation for the Giro d'Italia. Another 3-star day. You're climbing or descending, really, over the course of 154.1 kilometres. A top day then for Age Desert Citroën. Tapa e maglia, as they say in these parts. A stage win and a leader's jersey,